7 signs that show someone is using you. Feeling used is a very unpleasant feeling. It's a situation that can occur in a romantic relationship, with family, relatives, friends, or colleagues. If it's always about the other person and never about you, it's a sign that you're being used. Here are some signs that show someone is using you. 1. The conversation is always about them. Do you sometimes feel that your problems are less important than the other person's? Or you don't even get to talk about your problems because immediately the other person starts talking about themselves and their concerns. When all your attention is focused on the other person, it's a sign that something is not right. This applies to any type of relationship, whether it's romantic, friendship, or family. Maybe the other person feels the need to talk to someone. Maybe they like to be constantly in the spotlight, and with you, they can do all of these. 2. You are constantly required to help them. One of the most beautiful aspects of a relationship with family, friends, or a partner is that you always have someone on your side. But if you are constantly required to help them and get them out of difficult situations, it's a sign that they might be using you. Relationships should always be balanced so that support is mutual. 3. They never say thank you. Whether you take someone close to their office, babysit their child, help their parents, or do their shopping, you expect your efforts to be recognized and appreciated. And this doesn't mean you want something in return, but you just want to be thanked. If the person doesn't express gratitude for the gestures you make for them, it's a clear sign that they are using you. You shouldn't feel obligated to do anything specific, especially if it's not reciprocated. 4. They only contact you when they need a favor. You shouldn't be afraid to occasionally ask someone for a favor, but if someone constantly asks you for all kinds of favors and is not willing to help you when you need it, it's another indication that they are using you. When a person doesn't simply enjoy your company and always has an agenda when they want to see you or talk to you, it's a warning sign that they are just using you. 5. You start to have negative feelings towards them. If you're always the one making sacrifices, dedicating time and energy to a relationship, you'll probably start to have resentment towards the person. It's a natural reaction and another indicator that you're being used. In a balanced relationship where each person invests equally, such feelings don't arise. 6. You feel obligated to help. Usually, people who use others are also very good manipulators. Manipulative behavior involves 3 factors, according to therapist Shari Steins: fear, obligation, and guilt. When you are manipulated by someone, you're psychologically convinced to do something you probably wouldn't want to do, says the specialist. There are also 2 types of manipulators, the aggressor and the victim. An aggressor manipulator makes you fear using threats and intimidation to control you, says the therapist. The victim manipulator instills a sense of guilt in their target. The victim usually acts as if they're hurt, says Steins. A person who is the target of a manipulator who plays the victim usually tries to help the manipulator so as not to feel guilty, says Steins. Targets of this type of manipulation often feel responsible for helping the victim by doing what they are asked to alleviate their suffering. 7. You're confronted with a fait accompli. When someone is using you, it may mean that they always assume you're available to do what they ask. So they don't even bother to ask if you can watch their child for a few hours. They just come to your door, leave their child, and leave.